I have a little challenge with the curtain in the sitting room. This metallic hanger that is used to hang them. Oftentimes the nail will come out and then the hanger will be removed. Can you see? Can you see this? The nail is out and the hanger is almost removed. Only one nail remains. So that's the problem. That's a little challenge I have now. And I want to fix it professionally. That's what I'm going to do now. Likewise, the top of the curtain where it is hung to the wall, the metallic rod where it is attached to the wall over there, sometimes they also get out of their place and so it needs to be fixed. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to fix that in a professional way. I'm going to use a professional manner to fix it. You can see this particular one is totally removed from the wall. Yes. And that is what we are fixing up. We must fix this back into the wall. This must be fixed back into the wall. You can see the hole here. So we are going to do this professionally. That's what we are doing for the hanger. See the metallic hanger that holds the curtain is now out of its place. So let's follow along. So that's the challenge. And I know some of you too might face similar challenge in your house, your office. I'm going to show you the professional way to fix that. So let's follow as I do it. So we inspect this one. If it is very strong, we leave it. If not, we are going to remove it. So this one we check whether it is still strong. The nail that is still in place. We're going to check whether it's still very strong. So what we do is to use a hammer to hammer it. If it is strong, we know. Okay, this one is still very strong. So what do we do? There are two methods to fix that. If you have a drilling bit and you have a drilling machine, you drill a hole and you use a wall plug. That's a small wall plug that you insert into the hole, after which you screw the metal into the wall. That is one way. The other way around is to apply pegs into the drill hole. Pegs. And what are pegs? They are nothing but pieces of wood. You cut a very small piece of wood and insert it into the wall. Insert it into the hole in the wall, and then you nail the metal while the nail is used to target the edge of the wood and enter into the wood while being nailed into the wall. And that is the other way. That's another professional method. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use the second method to fix that. So I'm going to cut a small piece of wood here. You can see this small piece now to be as big and as small as possible to fit into the hole in the wall. Then we hammer it into the wall. It's going to be very tight into the hole. So let us see this. You can see this piece of wood, very small piece of wood. Alright, so we hammer it into the wall. So with that, when nail comes in, it's going to hold tightly into the wall for the reason that we have a small piece of wood inside. So let us see that. We move the hanger into its position. Then while we nail it, you must take note that the nail at this other end is doing the work more because the curtain will be hung on this place. So the pressure is at the far end of the metallic plate here. So here must be very strong. ensure that the nail is tapping into the wood while you nail it down firmly into the wall. That is it. Very good job. Very good job. Nice one. Let's go ahead now and put the cutting on it and see how strong it is. So, hold the cutting, fold it, and hang it in position. Alright. That is it. That is it. It's now in its good position and strong. You can see that as I'm shaking it, it's not shaking at all. At the point where it is attached to the wall, it is not shaking at all. That's a very good job. And that is nice. We're going to go ahead and do the window cutting as well. Let's follow. We have similar situation here. So first of all, we remove the cutting. By removing the rod here, we unscrew, bring out the rod, screw the other side too, bring it out, bring the cutting down. Okay, so we bring the cutting down. Next, we straighten the metal holder here. We straighten it up using a plier. So the metal holder is bent, so we straighten it up. Then we unscrew. There's a screw still there, and the wall plug is still there. So we're going to use a wooden peg for the hole. Some other fellows think drilling another hole is the best solution. Not at all. The solution is to put a strong peg into the existing hole in the wall, and then we screw it back or we nail it down, either of the two. So we are going to unscrew the screw here, the wall plug is still there. We unscrew it and bring out the metallic hanger. It's necessary to bring it out entirely in order to straighten the bent metal part. In order to straighten the bent metallic part. So here is bent, as you can see, it's bent upward. We are going to straighten it back. Okay, so we have the plier here. We're going to straighten it. Being careful not to break it. Okay, it's now straight. Then we're going to unscrew this from the wall plug, the fiber wall plug that was previously in the wall. So we unscrew that. The screw is still there. So right now we have the metal that we're going to use again to hold the cutting onto the wall. Keep quiet. So we are using plier to straighten it. The next thing is to take it to the wall and then try to fix it back to the wall. Before then, the upper hole here is kind of too big, so we are going to use wooden peg, driven into that space, on which we are going to screw the metallic holder down. We're still going to utilize the wall plug inside here. If you can see that, you can see that there is wall plug here. You can see the colors, green color. That's the fiber wall plug. Then here, the wall plug there is removed. We are going to put a big peg to fill that hole now. The previous wall plug that was used on the wall is no longer useful because the hole has become too big for this, and the wall plug itself has been broken due to the previous usage and the damage to the hanger. So we are not going to use this. We are going to use wooden peg bigger than this to fit into the wall, into the existing hole on the wall. We are going to make a cut out of this big wood. I'm going to make a cut out of it to be able to serve us. So we can see this one. You can see this size. I'm going to divide it into smaller pieces. Okay, so we're having something looking like the size of the hole on the wall. So the length also is important. We want to ensure that it's too long. We want to ensure that it's not too long for the hole, the existing hole on the wall, and the size is also not too big. So that's what we're trying to achieve here. Okay, so we can see it. I'm going to try it now. So we can see the hole. You can see that the wood is still bigger than the hole. So we're going to reduce the size, and also we want to check the depth of the hole. You can see the depth is like here. You can see the depth, something around 1 inch. This is the size of the wooden peg we are going to insert. The length and the size is going to be like 1 inch. So let's see how we are going to cut it down now to that size. Alright, so we're going to reduce the size a little bit. Now we are going to drive the peg into the hole. The peg is here. Next is to put the metallic hanger into position and ensure that the hole at the bottom and the hole at the top, they are set. So to set the hole at the top, first you set the hole at the bottom like this. Okay, then you put a nail to make a hole onto the wood by nailing it into the wood slightly to make a hole where the screw is going to enter, but the nail is not going to enter too much, just a little like this. That is the hole where the screw is going to enter. So we are going to remove the nail now and screw the bottom and screw the top as well. So we are going to remove the nail. I'm removing the nail now and then putting the screws into the position. Okay, so we are going to use the screws now. In this arrangement, the upper screw is much more important than the lower one. It bears more weight than the lower one. But since the nail has not entered too much, the screw is going to enter firmly to the last. That is it. So right now we are going to put the cutting back to its position. we screw it back firmly. You can see, very strong, very strong. Don't forget to like and share the video. If you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when we bring another interesting video like this. Until another time, bye bye.